Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Chelsea Show, aka Roman's Army. Another 3 points in the bag, another clean sheet for Mendy, another win for Frank Lampard. Guys, firstly, Jem, how you feeling?
Ecstatic. Amazing. I feel so good right now. I am so like that performance, even though we were helped with the ref and that, like, not even just this performance, the one with Burnley as well. Like, I'm still happy about that as well. Like, we played well that game. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in a good mood.
David, how was the performance for you today?
It was average. Like, realistically, it was an average performance. But however, that's a good thing. If that's our average performance, imagine when it's a good performance.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like, there's an extra gear in this team. So the fact we've won 3-0, top of the Champions League group, good day.
Bree, how you feeling? You think it was average?
Yeah, I agree with David that it was average, but considering the fact that we were average and we still got 3 goals and a clean sheet, I'm excited to see how good we will look like when we're playing above average and amazingly well. But I'm happy we've got another clean sheet, 3 goals, top of the Champions League table. Let's get it. I'm happy. So no complaints.
No comments.
Big.
Positive vibes only.
Yes.
You hear that haters in the comments. Positive.
Yes, you haters.
Only no Man United fans are allowed on this stream. Unfortunately, we can't take them losers out here. I don't know how you guys are playing against Istanbul, but that ain't my business. Today we came out, we showed out, we came to play. But who, in your opinion, guys, was your man of the match? I'm gonna start with David.
I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Reece James. I feel like Reece James was like, he didn't put a foot wrong today, and the crosses that he was whipping in, like we all know how poor Tammy is, like knowing where to be in the box, right? So the fact he found Tammy on a cross, it's like, you know what, fair enough. He got an assist, another clean sheet as well. I like Timo. Obviously, Timo got 2 goals, but again, like he kind of like he did what he's meant to do. Like you don't clap a postman for delivering the mail. Like he didn't do anything special. He just scored. He scored 2 chances that he should have scored, and he actually missed one that he probably should have scored as well. So I'll give it to Reece James.
Jem, who you going with?
Thiago Silva.
Why?
Because as soon as that man comes off the pitch and Rudy comes on, we just look like a different defence, man. Like, they don't know what they're doing. They're running into each other. They're heading the ball together. Zuma's on the floor injured, holding his leg. It's like everything's falling apart as soon as he comes off the pitch. When Thiago Silva's on the pitch, we just look calm. I know Mendy helps a lot as well, but we just like, even when he wins the ball and that, like he does it like so cool, like the way he just gets the composure. It's just sick, man. I'm telling you, he's so sick. I'm so happy with him, man.
And that's one thing I've been saying. Thiago Silva at that back, he brings composure, he brings discipline to our players, and it's so beautiful to see. Like at one moment, they zoomed into him giving directions and orders to every single person.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that is what we needed.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, guy don't even speak English yet. He's just pointing at people and dragging them like, move this way.
He's just looking at them going, blah, 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 blah. And they just okay.
He's talking to Zuma, and Zuma's like, Thiago said, "Come back here." Like, the way he plays, it's almost like he's playing like he's looking at people like they're beneath him, and it's just like you're doing what I'm doing. Like he's like the king, and they're all just doing what he's telling them to do. It's so nice to see.
Do you know what? He gunned Mason Mount at one point. Yeah, I don't know why, but Mason Mount was out of position and he had to run. Like, I think he was had to cover Chilwell when Mount should have covered him. And he turned around and the look he gave him, it was like, do not fuck with this guy, man. He just looked at him like I was going to kill him.
Just give him the armband. Just give him the captain band. He should be our captain because he's exactly what we needed. Experience, the presence, everything. Please, Zuma looks better next to him. Like,
more goals than Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
But Zuma looks a better defender again next to him. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's mad.
When I said it, once Thiago Silva touches that back foot, everyone else is gonna look better. They're gonna look better, and they look 10 times better. Look at Zuma. I classify him as one of the most headless defenders ever because I think his decision making is just so rattling sometimes. But next to Thiago, he can't make them decisions.
Yeah.
Making it for him. Like Thiago's pushing him into position. Nah, man. I love.
Yeah.
To be fair, even though we do have Thiago Silva, like the defensive improvements someone's got to go to Chilwell because you have a left back who's actually like a decent left back who you can trust in, and also the goalkeeper as well.
That's what I was about to say.
Put
respect. Let me just say it quickly. Put respect on Edward Mendy's name now. Already, I'm telling you, this guy. He's shouting. He's telling them what to do. He's everything. And I saw Kepa.
You remember during the summer?
I saw Kepa in the crowd. He's all wrapped up with a coat on, like this. Like he didn't want to look.
Do you not remember during the summer? It's the defensive system. It's not Kepa's fault. It's the system. Yes. No, and then we were just there like,
where is Prime? Get Prime in now. Actually, that's
so like having that goalkeeper, right? The thing is, I don't even think Mendy's like that special of a goalkeeper. I don't think he's like an Oblak or something like that. But he just does. He's tall and he does the basics. And to be fair, for a tall guy, he can get down on his feet pretty well. We saw it with the Rashford thing. Like he's pretty quick with it. So yeah, clearly signing goalkeepers for Rennes work. So
yeah.
Right. And I'm really funny. The Rennes goalkeeper today was actually on point as well. So. There's clearly something there, but just to read out a couple of super chats, Realist AC says, big up to you all, get some tissues for them. It still ain't synced in that Kepa didn't start. Big fact. Says, I'm overly happy Chelsea kicked butt and Man U lost. What a week. What a week it has been, not just for Chelsea, but for Manchester United. And then we have one here from... I'm not even bothered anymore. From Zane, who said Gabriel is the best defender already.
May I just say,
I had this at your club. At your club.
No, I had this conversation with Samuel the other day, and I went, "How can Gabriel be better than Zuma when Zuma has not only got more goals than their attackers, but also has more clean sheets than their defenders?" I don't see how And the thing is, they say, "Oh yeah, but we've conceded the least goals in the Prem." They've only conceded 2 less goals than us. Like it's not like it's dramatic. So when your defenders can score more than the other team's attackers, I'm not having that. Gabriel's better. So yeah.
It's just pathetic, isn't it? When man have got Thiago Silva in their lineup and you're saying Gabriel, like, come on, man, like, don't even go there, Zane. Like, I like you, Zane, but leave it.
Why it's funny, yeah? Because I'm sure if Gabriel saw that Thiago Silva was moving to Chelsea, Gabriel probably would have wanted that Chelsea move. Like, come on, man. Come on, put respect on.
You can't make it in the Brazil team. But we've got the captain of Brazil as our centre back. You're talking about like. Come on. There are levels to this game.
Make it make sense. So what's the general consensus here? Man of the match. Who's it going to?
Mine was Chilwell, by the way. Yeah, mine was Chilwell. I saw a few Chelsea fans saying that he was shit, but in my opinion, I think he was very alert and he did his job very well today. So he's my man of the match. Some incredible passes, some incredible blocks as well. And see more of that. It's starting to get to a point now where I'm starting to forget what it feels like conceding goals. Like, let's keep it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 3, let's keep it going, innit?
Facts. But no, do you know what is so mad? Yeah, every time we like draw 3-3 or like we lose by 3, everyone's all pointing to the 3. Point to the 3 now. Point to the 3 now.
Hey, this number.
3 points in how many games, man? Come on, get the hell out.
That's on Kepa's back, man. That's all I say.
Period, Paul. Period. Timothy Cho says, I've forgotten what conceding a goal was like.
It's amazing.
We said literally. It's feeling
every time I see my goalkeeper dive for the ball, a tear comes to my eye. I've missed that. I don't like the keeper just standing in goal for the past 2 years.
Zay, Martinelli hasn't played for like 6 seasons, it feels like, mate. What are you talking about?
Can we just quickly touch on this whole Martinelli myth? I just don't. What's his name? Kante slipped, and Martinelli went on to score a goal, and all of a sudden he's this young generational god. Everyone, please, let's get that out of our minds. When's the last time Martinelli even played?
He's been injured, to be fair, but
I don't give a damn.
Exactly. Not our problem, is it?
We've all forgotten about him. Forget about the kid. Like, move on. But don't you guys find it very interesting that each and every one of us have picked a defender as our man of the match? Is this shadowing a possible issue up front, or is our defense just that good or is it maybe that we haven't seen a defense this good in such a long time?
I just think we expect with the signings that we've made up front. I kind of expect us to be scoring goals. What I didn't expect was us to defend as well as we have been.
And get clean sheets.
And keep them clean sheets. So that's why I think it's a bigger thing than it is than us attacking. Do you know what I mean? So, and obviously Mendy as well. So, yeah, big it up.
Hello, Chairs. Welcome to that Chelsea show.
First show.
Yeah.
You sorted that Wi-Fi out, yeah, bro?
Yeah, it's better now, isn't it? It's better now.
I can see you. I can actually see you. What's going on?
How you feeling about today's win, man? Talk to me.
Just further emphasizes how gassed we should all be, and how when we said Lampard needs his players to all be in the team for us to see what he needs to do, we've been seeing it now. 5 games now, and we're comfortable. Like, we're actually comfortable, and we can all say we're enjoying the games and we're playing well. And I'm not fearful we're going to concede. I know we're going to score, and it's collectively that's paying. And even at the end of this game, he brings on the average players we had last season starting for us, and we diminish him straight away. Like, is that a coincidence? No. And if you put Lampard out, come on, man.
No, I think Jem mentioned that Rudiger comes on, the whole back four is discombobulated.
Oh, mate.
I don't disallow, but we conceded the goal as soon as he came on. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying?
You get that, bro. Rudiger and Zuma are headed butting each other. Zuma gets injured, he's on the floor within 2 minutes. It's like, what's going on? This won't happen.
Exactly.
60 minutes ago.
Facts. And in the back, we have Prime and we have Monster.
Prime and Monster.
Well, I can see some sort of a smile on Prime's face.
Yeah, happy.
Do we know when? It was boring, kind of, but the win is what matters. I see people kind of complaining a bit and saying it wasn't a handball or wasn't a sending off and stuff like that. Well, according to the rules, Oh, okay. Well,
it's true.
Yeah, I get you though.
Nothing else to say, really. Light work.
Light work.
We did the job.
It should be. It should be.
Yeah. Obviously, like Prime, I will reiterate off what Prime said. Listen, at the end of the day, people that are complaining it was boring, it was this or that, you get those games you get those games in the season, innit? Those games are gonna, you know what I mean? The season doesn't go by without you getting them, innit? And at the end of the day, we won 3-0. Yeah, the 2 penalties. Yeah. The sending off probably wasn't a sending off. I do think that was ridiculous, but we were gonna win that game regardless. We're winning that game, innit? And we're top of our group. We should be able to close out the group and be top of that table. We should be able to get an easier team in the next round. And we move on to Sheffield United, which we, hopefully we win that game. We continue this form. Me and David have already said this earlier on in the season. We said if Chelsea can be within reach by January, by then our players should be able to gel and should be, working well together. We could be challenging for the title, like I've always, said we would, innit? So we'll see. We'll see, man. I believe in this team. I believe you said win, but Well, yeah, I believe we'll win. I believe.
But you know what? Monster's right. But this is the thing, right? The thing that's caught me the most is that we've actually gelled quicker than I expected. I was expecting like November, December to come. We're still trying to find our feet. But it seems like the clean sheets are showing it because we're keeping clean sheets and we're scoring goals. There's a balance. There's a balance in our performance, which is what we need.
You know, I noticed though, all the players said Lampard's the reason why I came. Lampard's the reason why I came. I spoke to him. I think his form of communication is being shown on the training pitch as well. It's like everyone kind of is a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
They're kind of buying into it at the same time, which is then allowing obviously on the pitch us to deliver better. So that's probably why it's sped up more than people. That's why people were laughing at us, going, in the chat, it's going to take months. I was thinking, you just see our last 5 performances, and then Terry's like, Abraham is starting because our teams are fully fit. We've got every player fit. Havertz is just out because of COVID, isn't it? And he still started and bagged the goal. So it is what it is, man.
What I think is clear between us and, well, not clear, but like us and United, you can see both of us finished effectively the same way last year, and you can see the difference from this season currently. It may change obviously because things might change on their side, but our whole club seems to be moving in the same direction, whereas their club seems to be, oh yeah, half of them want Solskjaer in, the other want Solskjaer out. Some of them want this player starting this way and the other, and it doesn't seem like it's at Chelsea. Everything seems to be unified, going out like in the right direction, and that's what's good. Everything from the transfers to the players that's coming in, like even Frank, like Czech as well from the top, Roman, everything's like we want this guy right now, and it's all moving in this direction. We're playing this style of football. We're bringing in this style of player to fit this style of. It's just going so well.
Can we now put a little bit of respect on Frank Lampard's name? Because every time we've come on here, we've been negative about him. Right, the last couple of games, what did I say? Just give him time, allow him to just, you know what I mean. So let's see. It's still early, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, Jem's right. Just
a quick super chat here, just really quickly, guys. Paul Jr. says, glad the fan base is more cheerful, plus United. 2 months ago, it was almost negative after 4 games played, which is fair. We weren't negative, we were just asking questions, and now Lampard's answered our questions. So, yeah, it's all good, really. Monster, what were you about to say?
But in that, quickly, should... what that guy said. Listen, at the end of the day, you are allowed to criticize whoever in it. There's nothing wrong with. We're not calling for no one's head. We are just questioning, because Klopp gets questioned, Pep gets questioned. You know what I mean? The greatest manager, Ferguson, got questioned. Mourinho always gets questioned. You know what I mean? So it's allowed, man. It's allowed, innit? Do you know what I mean? By the end of the day, yeah, we are happy. Another win, another clean sheet. We move from here, man. We move from here, innit?
But in that same breath, when people were saying, what was it, like a month or whatever ago, we were fairly criticizing Lampard, and people were saying that we're being reactionary. In that same breath, like for me, anyway, I still want to give it this run of games because we've got winnable games that we should get through without any hassle. After the international break, we've got to play quite a few good teams of quality where we could struggle in. And I expect us to be able to get through that, the players that we have, without much trouble in. If we can do all that, then I can start to, actually saying stuff about Lampard. Because I don't want to be overstepping anything.
I agree.
Do you think we should play 4-3-3 against the big teams, considering the fact we changed it and now we're doing quite well?
Wait, hold that thought. Just really quickly. Let me quickly introduce Daniel. Daniel coming in late.
Man like Dan.
Oh, I like that. Okay, man like Dan. Sorry, I think man like Dan. How did you find the match today? Are you happy? You think it was average? What are your thoughts?
No, it was good. I think my main takeaway is game management. Don't have to go and get 6-7. It's not necessary. Manage the game, move on to the next game. Got our whitewash, and I'm happy because that was something that we kind of struggled with. Like, think about Southampton and last season as well. Game management. One thing for sure is that Mendy, Thiago Silva, Chilwell have just brought a calming balance to the team. And
yes, brother.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Quick question. Am I still looking crazy when I say Thiago Silva is the second best centre back in the league? Am I still looking crazy?
Technically, right now, he's the best.
He's
the best. We've had the other guys' memorial already. So
he's done. He's buried.
Monster. I gave him man of the match, bro, because I think he's brought something so different to us that he's even getting the best out of Zuma. He's got a calmness to his game.
Do you remember the passage of play where he cleared it? Yeah. Like with the near post, like the John Terry type near post clearance, and then he played that long ball to Reece James.
That's when Timo should have scored.
Crazy,
it's just the leadership skills he brings, and the way, like, just watching him knock this ball, what you just said now, like he's just top notch, man. That's all I can say.
You know what it is? Louise without the crazy bit of it.
But you know what it is? People don't know that. When Thiago Silva was at AC Milan, he was rated the best centre back in the world for a number of years. When he went to and this was when John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, and all those guys were still playing, innit? When he went to what's it called?
PSG.
He flew under the radar because it was the French league. But he's shown how classy he still is. Do you know what I mean?
They still won 8 leagues, bro. With him, they still won 7 or 8 titles. All right, they're playing in a crap league, but you still needed him, didn't you? Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
We've got a question here from Darren R. Ches, we'll come back to your point because we will be touching on it.
Yeah.
A question here quickly from Darren R. How long will it take Lampard to win the league? Straightforward answers from everybody.
How long is a piece of string, as they say?
How long did it take Klopp to win the league at Liverpool? Because I can tell you are a Liverpool fan.
No, yeah, it's definitely a Liverpool fan. You can see it in this picture.
So how long did it take Klopp to win the league?
If you wanna measure it,
4 years. No, it took him like
3.5.
Sorry, it took him 5.
Oh yeah,
because he said I'll win it in 4, and then he won it in the 5th.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Another super chat quickly. Realist AC, this is such a mouthful. I'm glad that you guys won tonight. Just goes to show how stupid the United fan base is, thinking Frank is on the same wavelength as Ole. It's depressing to hear everyone rant. You guys deserve the win. Is he a United Chelsea fan?
He's a United fan.
He's a United fan.
Oh, my sincerest condolences, my brother. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, you're right. Frank is not on the same
wavelength. Wait, hold on. Anita, before we go to Chez's question, I've got a question for her. The prime person below me. You see, you remember during the summer when we were talking about Kepa and you know how it was all about the system and not the players.
There we go again.
How come we've switched players in and we look and we haven't conceded a goal in 5 games? I'd love to know.
David, what did I also say? I said it's the goalkeeper and the system and the players. They need to improve. Has the system not also improved?
Yeah.
Has our defensive structure, which I've been talking about, not also improved?
Has it been dramatic? Has it been dramatic?
Yes, it has improved. So we're both right. So what are you getting at me for?
All I'm saying, yeah, that Kepa thing, yeah, because we played with that improved system for 1 game against Southampton and we conceded 3 goals. That's all I have to say in it. That knew it was the
but there was Mendy and
but I said it was the players.
Who was Caballero not in goal for West Brom? And we were thinking at halftime. What is your point? What is your point? I never said Kepa wasn't at fault.
Players.
So what is your point?
It was players, not system.
It was players, not system. I said players. I also said system.
You basically said, right, that if we had a better defensive structure, in front of Kepa, he wouldn't concede as many goals. We've got a better goalie and have not conceded 1 blimmin' goal. All right. So
cool. Do we not have a better defensive structure? Do we not have better?
But Prime, what I'm saying is that all the games, all I'm saying is against West Brom, we had Thiago Silva, we had Ben Chilwell, but we had Kepa in goal, and we conceded 3 goals.
Do we not have Caballero on that game?
No.
That's true. Caballero, Southampton. We had Zuma. Yes. We had Zuma. We had Chilwell. We had Kepa in goal, and we conceded 3 goals. All I'm saying is that goalkeeper is clearly the biggest thing that has happened to this club.
But I never said he wasn't a problem.
I do hear what
he wasn't a problem.
I do hear what Prime is saying in terms of.
I know what he's saying.
Wait, hold on. I do hear what Prime is saying in terms of the system, though, because against who was it when Kai Havertz lost the ball against who was it?
Liverpool.
No, it was Southampton when Danny went through the middle.
Where Christensen had drifted off somewhere and Dan Ings went in to score in it. Kai Havertz lost the same ball, almost the same position against Burnley, but the players were in their rightful position to cover that. You get what I mean? So when the system's right, don't matter what play, how they make a mistake, that system might be able to cover up the players. I'm just saying.
No, but even with what you said, that is down to the players. Because think about it. Thiago Silva comes into that team and that mistake doesn't happen. But Thiago Silva is not in the team. Look, the simple way to end the Prime argument, what we're talking about is, Prime, in your opinion, do you think that if Kepa was in front of Thiago Silva, Zuma, Chilwell and James, would we still be keeping the same amount of clean sheets that we're keeping? Do you think so?
In this run of games?
Yeah.
No. Well,
exactly.
no, probably not.
End of. And then that's
Wait, that wasn't my argument, was it?
Oh my
No. I'm helping. I'm on your side.
No. I know you are, but you're attacking me. David's attacking me as if I said what?
I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying in my personal.
Let's move on from it.
Please,
I
don't want to talk about it anymore. He's sitting in the stands, wrapped up with his coat on, just hiding his eyes like that, looking at Mindy. Like, I've had enough. Let him do that for the rest of the season.
No. Hold on. He can come in.
Oh, he can make a joke about it. I do want to know what the point was.
He can come in the FA Cup.
No, he can't.
Maybe do that.
He can't come in any cup. Nothing.
Caballero can come in. He can sit in the stands with his hood up.
Check.
So no one can see it. That's it.
Please, what?
When we draw Forest Green in the cup, Petr check.
Period.
Petr check is number 2 right now. Man, don't come out of retirement for no reason. Trust me.
Simple. I've got a couple of super chats to read. Jamal Robert says United TFC and WBFC. I'm guessing that's West Brom.
West Brom's WBA.
Then who's WBFC?
Wimbledon.
Just call it West Brom and move.
This is
only ones without a clear system.
What are you talking about?
Do you know what? That's fine.
No system and 5 clean sheets in a row.
That's fine.
Just
because you can't understand the system doesn't mean it's not clear for everyone else.
Brian, don't answer it. Just leave it. Trust me, you don't need to.
I had to read it out. I apologize. Christopher Segura said, I like how our rivals like to act like a 3-3 to Southampton is as bad as a 6-1 or 7-2. Guess who has only one loss in the season? Come on, Chelsea. Big facts. Big facts. I would like any United or Liverpool fans pre-ing this stream to read that again.
Yes.
Read it again and again and again. Let it sink into that your daft brain.
Fans if they're out there.
Oh, the Liverpool fans have started this Jota over Werner thing, by the way.
Oh, it's
Jen said you shouldn't entertain it, but we're going to entertain it today. Fam, we've got a lot to get through today, don't we? One last super chat. Daniel, Chelsea, FC Wilkinson says, watch out, Premier League, we're coming. Come on, Chelsea. Facts.
Been telling you, bro.
In the words, pray for the rival.
It's coming back.
I'm not saying that.
Can we just keep it level-headed?
That's an Ollie at the wheel phrase. Whenever you say the form dips. Whenever you say
Monster, I don't want to hear that phrase anymore.
You will hear it.
No, not yet.
I'm not saying it yet, but you will hear it soon.
It's not wrong though. Pray for the rivals. Our rivals are struggling.
You better pray for Man United.
The last time he mentioned that, we lost 2-0 to Liverpool. Just keep it in his mouth for now and wait till we get through the season.
But we were always going to lose to Liverpool like that.
No, that's not true. I don't know. But
if we run that game back to next week, we win. I'm telling it. I'm saying it now. With my chest.
Yeah,
we run the game back. We run the game back next week. We win.
But David, of course we'd win. They just suffered a death.
Prime, stop. We win. End of. Let me have my agenda. Let
the agenda fly quickly. We've got over 1,200 of you tuned in. Please hit that like button. Make sure you share with your friends. Let's get this going and let's keep flowing. So, Ches asked the question. Ches, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and just quickly repeat that for us.
Do you play 4-3-3 against the big teams after the international break? Do you think you should stick by it, or do you think you should just
that's a very good question. I'll give you that, bro. But for me personally, I think it might leave us slightly in trouble in the middle against the top 6 teams. Because even though Kante's great at holding, it only really works against teams that sit back, I believe. And when you've got teams that are coming out against you, I think we may struggle if Kante's just the only guy in midfield trying to hold it. Now, look, I did see Kante and Mount drop back a bit against Burnley and try and cover them gaps. But for me, if you're playing against the top 6, he might try it and it might work. I don't know. I'm not saying it won't. It might do. But potentially, I'd probably prefer to have a 2 sitting than risk the 1 sitting and have the 2 attackers. But I don't know.
I would say, though, if you guys remember against Man City last season,
we did that, didn't we?
We played the 2 8s.
Yeah.
We were in Barkley and Mason Mount and we beat them. So
it can.
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Monster, who played the deepest? 2 8s. Who played as a DM?
Kante. It was Kante.
Kante, yeah.
And every time.
And how many other games have we played with 2-8 against the big sides?
Not many. But the thing is as well is that the one thing I loved about Kante, what he did in that game was every time Man City got the ball, they were looking to get it to De Bruyne. Kante was always there to stop the ball from going to De Bruyne, and he made every single time. And it just depends on how we use.
For me, it just depends which team we're playing. I
feel like it depends the team we're playing.
Against Arsenal, like you can do that 4-3-3 because realistically, like they're not coming out to attack, so you can have those two attacking to try and disrupt it as much as possible. Because realistically, they are going to have 10 people behind that ball, so having those two attacking eights could be a benefit against teams like against Liverpool or like a Tottenham. It depends. Again, Mourinho is weird. Mourinho could show up and go, I want 3 points there, or I could come in for a draw. That's how Mourinho is. It depends.
The thing is, go on, bro. No, go on, bro. Go on, talk.
For me, I slightly disagree in it because when I look back to Chelsea teams, the title-winning teams gone by, you might call it arrogance. I think we have every right to claim onto that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this chopping and changing. We've got a strong team, a strong 11. Yeah. That can go up against the best. Like, there's a reason Werner's coming out and saying, bro, this team can win the Champions League. Do you get what I'm saying? And I fully echo that as well. Like, in a couple of years' time, if everything gels together nicely, they really can.
Yeah, we can.
But even this season, who apart from Bayern Munich and Liverpool,
I wouldn't go
really a challenge. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Who apart from Bayern and Liverpool are really a challenge like that in terms of
exactly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right now, Europe is poor. Right now, Europe is poor.
Dortmund could come show us some problems. Real Madrid could show us some problems.
No.
I'm not saying
if we drew Real Madrid though, in your head, there'd be a little bit of you that's thinking this is not the same Real Madrid.
They're not the same.
A little bit. I'm saying we're beating them, bro.
But the threat's still there. The threat is still there.
I do not want to play Eden Hazard. End of.
Exactly.
No, I don't. That is not
that
one.
Yeah.
The threat is there are teams that could be a problem. There are teams that could be a problem.
No, but 100%. But all in all, my main point is I just think we've got a strong enough team to play our strongest 11 against them. 4-3-3. As long as every single player who plays in our strongest 11 is fit.
Yeah.
That and they're ready. Kante, Mount, Havertz. I like that three. Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech. That's the strongest. Or whether it be Tammy or Giroud that comes in, I think that team plays and you play that team. Don't chop and change. I don't like that, man.
Well, I agree with Daniel.
We look more attacking, don't we, with the 4-3-3? Then if you look today with the 4-2-3-1, when you've got Jorginho and Kante playing next to each other, I feel like we've lost a little bit of attacking edge. Like forward, like,
I think we're a lot slower.
Yeah, we're a lot slower when we move the ball, and when you've got the 4-3-3, you've got the two pivots that are sort of chopping and changing, and it's causing havoc. Then you've got Ziyech coming in the middle, and then Havertz going that way, and then it's just they can't.
It just depends on what you like. Because then when Kovacic came on and that he played with Jorginho, even though we might look better on the ball defensively, we're a bit more open. Do you get what I'm saying? And I don't like Jorginho and Kovacic as the pivot. Like, I really don't like that anymore. I think you just got to throw that in the bin. And don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Wow!
Don't look at me.
No, definitely throw that pivot in the bin.
That pivot. I just want the pivot in the bin.
Bro, you love Jorginho.
No, I do.
They don't work together. They don't work together.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work.
I want to see Kovacic in that 8.
Against Krasnodar, I saw Callum Hudson-Odoi make a beautiful run. He was there by himself. I think it was either Jorginho or Kovacic. One of them looked up and went sideways, like too scared to hit that ball. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing with Jorginho, and he done it today as well, right? He cannot knock a ball longer than 10 yards, and when he does, it goes out the pitch. He does it so many times. Every game he does it. They make a run and it'll go over the head.
This pass master thing is BS. It's complete. It's a lie. It's
not.
It's a lie.
It's becoming more and more true. I'm sorry.
No, Danny, you know it as well.
One at a time.
Danny, you know it's true as well. When it's a long,
no Fabregas.
When it's a long,
thank you. That's what I'm saying.
When it's a long cross-field ball, I know he ain't making it. I know that's going into the stands. They're like, if he's lucky, there are no fans there.
He don't.
He's not. Like,
I don't know what this guy's strengths actually are. Really, if you want my honest opinion.
See, this is where I have a problem.
But no, look, unless it's like short, intricate passes and dictating the game with his passing, fine. But don't ask him to knock a 30-yard ball over the top to Werner because you might as well forget running.
You just said you don't know what his strengths are, then you just answered what his strengths are.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the only thing I can think of, Prime, when it comes to him. But other than that, he's not got pace, has he?
Because that's his role. Jorginho is a specialist player.
Exactly. That is the key word.
But for me, that ain't enough for him to start. I don't think he should be starting.
Okay, cool. I do echo
and that's
that.
fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough, innit? And if there was an alternative, I'd 100% agree with you. But one thing that you can't even take away from Jorginho, and in my opinion, helps us a lot, is the ability to control games.
Yeah.
Like, as much as you say Jorginho isn't useful, he's not good enough, the reason why we were able to game manage today is because of Jorginho's sideways passing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it sounds mad, but Jorginho is one of the best game managers in football. Like, you can't even deny that. Like, that is his strength.
No, but Danny, he played the full 90 minutes today, and when the guys went off, it was Jorginho Kovacic. This masterful game manager seemed to disappear. Like,
I mean, it depends on who you want to look at it. You can't. You said it was Kovacic. Now you're saying it's Jorginho.
No. Like, what I'm saying is, Jorginho is clearly, he's one of those players who is pre-Petr Cech as director of football. He's someone who was brought in for a manager, not the club's like overall
Daniel.
He's just.
I'm gonna cut this really short and sweet, mate. If I am Werner or Ziyech or whoever's up front, there's no point of running. What's the point when he's got the ball? Because he's not going to find you. You might as well just hold your run and go to feet, because that's what he wants to do. Go to feet, run away, go to feet, run away.
You're complaining that he doesn't pick passes out like Fabregas?
No, he don't.
He doesn't.
That's not him.
They're different.
We know that's not him.
Players.
I'm not even trying to back Jorginho and say he's this world-class midfielder. And I agree with you that I don't think he should start. However, I'm saying that the alternative isn't really there right now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I do get what you're saying.
When you think about it, like
Jollof rice.
That's why Jorginho is capable of games like Crystal Palace, where he was very, very good in that game.
Sideways, yeah, I get it.
No.
Sideways
I'm saying, like,
sideways,
that's all we can do, and as long as we're winning, and he's not being a left, like where Jorginho is really, really like poor is when we leave him isolated and he has to defend by himself. Like, so yeah, man.
Against teams like Newcastle, West Brom, not like Palace. That's when Jorginho is useful, because we will have most of the ball. When it comes to teams like Southampton and like those mid-level teams, that's when Jorginho, you start seeing the turning of the bus.
Again, that's why you have a squad. Every player in your squad plays a vital role and has their own strength and weakness.
My thing with Jorginho is that you can sell him for probably about 40 to 50 mil.
He's probably going to go once Rice comes.
Is it worth having a 40 to 50
I don't want Rice.
A 40 million pound asset? Just
get used to it, mate.
Really quickly, we're going way off tangent, fam. 4-3-3 or nah? Fam, like some players, like they proper took it all the way left. Like we're arguing about Jorginho, Kovacic. 4-3-3 or nah?
Yes.
4-3-3, yes.
Yeah, 4-3-3.
I think we need the same formation.
Yeah, going back to Jorginho, actually, 2 seconds.
Wait, 4-3-3. If we're talking about,
I think we should try it. I'm going to throw it out there. I think we should just try it one game against the top 6. If it don't work, then we just do it against some of the lower teams. That's it.
No, with this current squad.
Go on, Prime. Go on.
Sorry, with this, what you're talking about, this current squad that we have, 4-3-3 against the big sides. No, I wouldn't agree with it. No.
Chad, what were you about to say?
I'll say we should try it for one game or a few games and just see. If it doesn't work, we go back to type.
That's what I say.
We're playing right now is in good form and there's good synergy within the team. So why would he want to change it? But I know he will change it. But in our opinion, I think we should keep it.
Try. You say try for a few games. So the next big sides we have coming up.
Big games.
Yeah, no, but the next big games that we have coming up.
Tottenham.
We've got to play Tottenham.
Yeah, but the thing
we've got to play Man City and we've got to play Arsenal.
If we're trying to win the league, we shouldn't change our formation for no one. Liverpool don't change for no one. So why should we?
No, cool. But you say
Big
try it
D
for the next few.
energy, yes.
But
Yes.
you say try it for the next few
Yes.
games. If we play it in those 3 games and it doesn't look like it's working, then do we change it?
Yes.
For the big
Yes,
games.
that's what I'm saying.
That's why we said try.
Well, yeah.
That's why you have a plan B,
I know,
brother.
that's right.
If it doesn't bang, like
Einstein said, if you repeat it, it's madness, isn't it?
I mean, you could be Arsenal and have one plan A, and if it don't work, it don't work. You know, so at least we've got options.
Arsenal barely have a plan A.
They barely have a plan A. They ain't got no plan.
Man City, Liverpool, they only really have a plan A.
Yeah.
Think about it. And it's a great plan A, and it always majority of the time works.
I mean, Liverpool's plan A is on the bench and Firmino, so.
Yes, Prime, I like that one.
Shady.
They've not really changed up their tactics though. All they've done is they've
swapped out an average player for an above average player. Yeah, that's what they've done.
Just to read another super chat. Magoni are throwing shade at Zuma before his injury. He was quality with JT next to him. Now with Silva, it's the same thing. I agree. Not throwing shade.
Clearly he's a sideman. He's not the guy. He's the sideman.
Yeah, he's literally the sideman. Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Really quickly, if Mikeson YT says because you're not Liverpool, obviously.
Okay.
Let's talk about Jota. This Jota and Werner situation.
I don't want it. It's relevant.
Let's talk about it. Because one thing I despise is when other teams want to pipe up about Chelsea FC. Yeah, let's talk about it because there's been a big debate in the comments. I see you guys all talking about it and stuff. Fine, whatever. What is this obsession with comparing Jota and Werner in a minute?
There ain't no obsession. It's just Liverpool fans.
It's because all last year, Liverpool fans were twerking for Werner. Klopp was twerking for Werner. They didn't get him because they didn't have that money to spend.
Then they cry.
The club wants to say they didn't have the money to spend.
And they cry.
They had to buy Jota. Yes, he is a good player. Let's not lie. But to say, all of a sudden he's better than Werner, yada yada yada. But they were twerking for Werner in the same breath.
It's just because
clearly they're rattled. So
quite simply,
yeah, that's it.
It's jealousy. Quite simply,
it's jealousy.
If you were satisfied with Jota, if this conversation come up, you just be like, I don't care about the conversation. The way when this conversation got mentioned, like for all of us, we were just like, we don't care because we've got Werner, we're happy with it. If you're satisfied with Jota, when this conversation comes up, you'll be like, I don't care anyway. I've got Jota, I'm satisfied. Clearly, you think that you're missing something because you have to come out of your own way and be like, nah, this player's better than this guy. Bro, they're 2 different players. Let them live, and then at the end of the season, we can talk about whether this, that, or the other. But for now, I'm happy with Werner. I've got 6 goals and 3 assists in his first 11 games. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to complain.
They're basically gassing up a consolation prize in Jota. That's what they're doing.
It's just healing. It's what they call heart healing. So what it is they're hurting so much in here that they didn't get him and they were upset that when they got Jota and he started scoring his goals and they didn't expect it, it's like, oh, we've got a better player than you now. We've got Jota. He's better than Werner. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Hang on, mate. Chill out. Werner's been doing it for how long? How long's he been scoring 20-odd goals a season? 2-3 seasons in a row? Jota ain't been doing that. He's just come out of the blue and started doing it now. And he might continue doing that. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but don't sit there and start, attacking us because you didn't get a player and we did. And now you think you've got a solution to it. Chill.
David,
do you know what I mean?
You're the stats guy. Is Jota performing above his XG? Or whatever it is that you say.
Yeah, yes.
So is it sustainable?
Massively. Basically, Diogo Jota's got 7 goals this season. They've predicted he should probably he should have about 2.5 to 3. Is it sustainable? Probably not. But football as most football fans, they're just like, I don't care about expected goals. I only care about the goals that actually go in. It's not a measure of saying this player should have this many goals. It's just a measure of how effective you are at finishing your chances.
Johnny Walker says Chelsea keep gassing on about what Werner. Jota's obviously better. Why you're crying? I just want to ask that quickly again. again, it's a thing where Chelsea fans are not the ones running this argument. It's actually only Liverpool fans.
Facts.
And all we're doing is addressing it. We're not saying Jota's a bad player. We think Jota's a very good player. He's doing bits for Liverpool that Firmino could never have done in his career. And we're praising him on that. But at the end of the day, Werner is the better striker or the better forward.
Of course he is. It's facts.
They're not in the same category. They're not in the same.
It's not the same.
They're not in the same whatever. They finally got a striker who isn't a defensive striker, and suddenly they're like, "Oh wow, we've got a striker who scores goals, so he's better than every striker in the league."
Isn't it funny how that defensive box-to-box regista strikers magically disappeared?
Listen, do not mind them, because that box-to-box regista defensive striker that they've been defending for years and years and years, Jota has now come to keep him on the bench. So you guys focus on your problems internally and leave Werner alone.
Leave Chelsea alone. Get on with your own team.
Alone. We're not checking for you. Stop checking for us. We know we're your only competition this season.
You just won a Premier League as well. You should still be celebrating.
It's because they're scared. That's why they are shook of us.
What is it that Kai said? Historical Leicester.
Let's move on, please.
Mind your business. Facts. Another super chat here. Mikeson YT said, "Oh, for God's sake." There shouldn't be a conversation about it, but when Jota has more goals at the end of the season than Werner, is Werner still the better player? When Alexis Sanchez had more goals than Hazard, was Alexis Sanchez the better player?
One season doesn't make a player. One season doesn't make a player. That simple.
Already getting attacked by a Liverpool fan on Twitter. Blimey now. Started already.
You know what? I would expect that from Liverpool fans, because after one season from Van Dijk, all of a sudden he was better than JT and Rio. So
the crybabies are out.
Bruh, look at the crybabies in the comments.
Yeah, they do. The thing is, we didn't even bring this argument up. They're the ones that started it. We didn't bring it. They bring it to us.
That's what I'm saying, Jem. That's what I'm saying, Jem. It's clearly jealousy. If you were satisfied, you wouldn't be talking about it. You don't hit like realistically. I'll put it hypothetically. Like when Lewandowski's Lewandowski, like when Haaland came in and he was outscoring him from them 6 period of games, but like no Bayern Munich fan was there like, nah, Lewandowski's better. They're like, we know he's better.
Because they're not used to being at the top, and it's calm.
Yeah, it is. They're scared. They're gonna lose.
They're keeping the seat warm anyway, so it's fine, man.
That's it.
Man.
They're such crybabies.
They are. They're so bad, aren't they?
They're the most annoying fan base.
100%. You think if Lewandowski came to the league, imagine Lewandowski came to Chelsea, they'd still be asking the same questions. As
I know they would. Yeah, they would. I know that.
I'm trying to.
I'm so sorry.
I suppose Jota, has he not outscored Messi this season? Is Jota better than Messi?
Oh, no. On that basis, yes, he is.
Yes.
Cool. I was just checking anyway. Cool.
The same energy.
Someone said with your Teletubbies voice, Liverpool. Oh my God, Liverpool fans, you guys are funny. I'm sure you guys have a flipping vigil to attend for Van Dijk. Please leave us alone. Please.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
If you don't like the content, please feel free to press the X button in the right corner of your screen.
No, Anita, they shouldn't do that. What they should do is that they should produce a super chat for us and tell us why we are wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
Because then we can directly answer your questions.
Exactly. Yeah. Does anyone want to drop a super chat to tell us why Jota is better than?
Because he scored more goals. What?
Messi.
7 games, man. Chill.
I don't know who Messi is, but sorry to that man. Sorry to that man.
That's how you know he's just clattering his keyboard in anger because he has no composure.
They're triggered. What was that, Chess? Did you say something?
My Wi-Fi showing no composure again.
His Wi-Fi is Rudiger.
Chez, you know what the problem is? Your own Wi-Fi is insulted by the Jota Werner comparison.
Not even that. His internet is what happens when Thiago Silva comes off for Rudiger. It's just gone.
That's actually facts.
All right. So really quickly, what I want to touch on really quickly, what we think about. Oh shit! Someone actually just said it as well. Let me see if I'm not gonna bring it up. Okay. What I want to talk about was Werner on penalty kicks. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yeah.
Should have been
Yes.
Sounding
Yay.
Facts. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
What about Tammy? What about Tammy?
Did you see the way Tammy's trying to collect the ball? My pen.
What you mean Oluwatami? He just started at
Oluwatami.
11, so it's fine.
Oluwatami.
I feel like Tammy's probably going to be starting until Pulisic is fully fit. I feel like we're going to see a lot of Tammy.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I'm not mad at that.
Am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to do one piece of criticism that I think everyone's going to get on for? I'm sorry, but I have to.
Please, it's meant to be positive day today.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know. That's why I don't really want to do this.
Daniel, before you go, Anita, bring that back up, please.
I'm not. I'm really...
What did you say?
It was an accident. It's nothing that we will be discussing here because nobody wants to get them gag orders that my man likes to give out. So let's not do that. Yeah, you were saying, Daniel?
Yeah, no, I'll make it as nice as possible, innit? But the one, because obviously we're talking about Tammy, Giroud, and all the guys in the squad. The one thing I don't like about Frank Lampard is his management of the squad. And the reason why I say this is because the way he just calls upon people that have done good by him in the past, then he's dropped them on the bench. Suddenly they're out of the picture. Call upon them suddenly. Like the way he's treated Giroud, I've not liked it. I think Kovacic.
Let me interject here now. Let me interject.
Just quickly. Let me just lay the groundwork, just so I know, just so you know who I'm talking about.
Jump in after.
Kovacic, he can't really go from being our best player to like literally. He can't even get a game. He can't even buy a start. You have Hudson-Odoi. I think the Hudson-Odoi one, it really hurts me, man. The reason why he started that Crystal Palace game was so that he didn't get sold, just so that you can appease him. And it's clear, man. It's actually clear. And then Rudiger's out in the cold. He wants to leave.
Yes.
You'd say he should look for a new club.
You're sounding sentimental.
Lampard.
Promised third choice centre back, and then then Rudiger suddenly comes back.
Can I say one thing?
Let him land. Cheers.
One thing, yeah. 5 clean sheets.
I know.
That's what I'm going to say.
But in the long run, you don't want. Obviously, we're slowly trying to trim down the squad, but you don't want. I think it's something that he's inherited from Mourinho, isn't it? But you don't want unrest within the squad. That's something he can change. You get what I'm saying? The best managers are the managers who can balance the tactical side.
Daniel,
that's all. It's minor.
This is the first time he's had his squad. Like, this is the first time he's had his full squad.
Yeah.
And he's found his first 11. Like, that old team, we were talking about Kovacic last season, okay? Cool, good player. Rudiger was not supposed to be starting for us ever again. I shouldn't. Kepa, no. Kovacic clearly wasn't working the pivot. What's he supposed to do? Find the right formula, which he's done. And now, I'm not saying you're complaining about it, but now you're upset that he found a good team.
No, I'm not upset. I just think it's a little bit confused.
Daniel, what player last season, barring in my eyes Kovacic and Giroud, have an answer to come into this season and say I should start?
Facts.
Tomori. What?
He didn't even play, man.
No, he didn't play much.
He wasn't even playing.
Wait, last year?
Yeah, I'm talking about what player from last season.
No,
come into this season and say I should start. I should be in that team. That's what
the reason why I think Tomori should say that is because two big reasons, and maybe because I'm a Tomori stan, so it might come across a bit biased, but he's only had one game in a Chelsea, one bad game in a Chelsea shirt, and that was the Bournemouth away game. And then 2, we went through our best patch like defensively when he was in the centre-back partnership. Do you get what I'm saying? I think at best he should be the third choice centre-back.
Yeah, I agree.
I understand.
I see no reason why Christensen and Rudiger played
waste
more
of time.
Champions League.
Christensen doesn't play anymore.
No, but Champions League.
Oh, he does.
Played more Premier League games than Tomori.
Christensen played against Crystal Palace with injuries. And Chelsea
played against Liverpool, played against West Brom.
No, Danny. My thing with this is
it's just a little check, though. It's just
I understand that, but at a top club,
one at a time.
I was saying at a top club, right? Regardless, like there are at the start of the season, certain players weren't available for their various reasons, right? When you're at a top club and players start performing, when you get your opportunity, you have to come in and make it yours. If you don't, then you have no justification for saying I should be in this team. Kovacic was our player of the season last year. He wasn't really available at the start of the season. He's now come into a situation where that midfield 3 of Mount, Havertz, and Kante looks really good. So he can't really, and we're winning games, we're keeping his shoots. He can't really go in and be like, yeah, but I was player of the season last year. He will get his opportunity because we now know Havertz has got COVID. So he will get his opportunity at some point, I'm sure of it. He just needs to make sure that when he's in there, he makes the most of it. If he doesn't, I will have no complaints
And also,
David, as a fan of him not being there.
You need competition. 100%. People to fight for places, and it actually improves the squad. Look, when Emerson came on today, I think he tried hard. Hosseldorf tried hard. Giroud tried.
He tried
hard. Yeah.
Tried hard, didn't he? Try it. Last season.
That's what your teacher puts in your report card when you get a D. He tried.
If I was Olivier Giroud, I would. If I was Giroud, he's probably the only one. If you look at last season, at the end of last season, he saved us. You know that.
Yeah,
he genuinely did save us. If I was Olivier Giroud, I'd be pissed right now.
Yeah.
Because how has Tammy Abraham got in front of me again when I've just saved?
Yeah, but Tammy's from the team and he's performing. Got a goal.
But he hasn't played Giroud, man.
I know he hasn't. I know he hasn't played much of Giroud, but Tammy's got a goal. Tammy got an assist in the last game. He can't really Giroud can be angry not getting the minutes, but at the same time, he can't be angry of the person who's ahead of him because the person ahead of him contributes to the team.
Daniel does have a.
The thing is about what's it called? Abraham is you got to consider our past this season. Are Chelsea looking to keep Giroud? No, but Tammy is Tammy and Werner are the future of Chelsea, isn't it? So, in a way, you've got to consider the future more than now.
He's just been used and abused, then, isn't he?
If Giroud leaves, I think we should bring back Demba Ba scoring that goal against.
Daniel is right though because
quickly let Chase land.
I think his man management's actually the opposite of what you think he is. I think he's very good. I think he's getting the most out of our new signings.
He's like, no, I agree. You know what? I think you've taken. I think people take it the wrong way. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong per se, but I'm just saying just be careful in it because you don't want to
copy yourself.
Build up a reputation of that being you, like just maybe appeasing the board by playing Hudson-Odoi in one game and then not playing them again. Because I don't know if you've noticed. Do you know what? Let's just call it quits, innit? Let's call it quits, innit?
As long as we're winning, bro, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Let's say that.
Jesus Christ. All that asked was Jorginho on penalties, yes or no. Then we went to this. Jesus Christ. No, I love it. Mike Sunny YT says, just want to say, I really love the Chelsea show. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
and I love the Chelsea show too. I think we're amazing. Ched, your mic is making me angry. It's making me so mad. Like, I try mute him, and then he comes back, and I'm just like, oh my. Ooh, okay.
Has someone got a solution for me? I need a solution, innit? Like, it's actually annoying me.
Buy a new mic and Wi-Fi. And
no, do you know what it is? What it is he's not got headphones in, innit?
Put your
he's not got headphones in.
Headphones.
That's why. So it's echoing the sound back. That's what it is. So how can you hear us?
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh wait, I thought he was typing. Why is your mic making that noise? That's
echoing back. The sound is echoing back. That's what it is.
Oh, mad thing.
I said you thought he was typing. He was just sitting there. He's not doing it.
Oh, you go sleep.
Ghosting, bro.
I'm crying. Just another super chat quickly before we end. Little kids think that London is blue. I'm tired. By the end of the year, you're gonna cry like United. Sweden is nicknamed Arsenal for Freddie. Go and cry on that Arsenal show, fam. Go away. Go and cry over there.
Unprovoked. Why are you telling us Sweden is nicknamed? Do we care?
And you know what? He paid for it. Go and cry on that Arsenal show. Leave us alone. Because if I want to run this show for extra 30 minutes just talking about Baku, I know you will press that X button. Go and cry on the Arsenal show.
Didn't Arsenal just
cry then? Thank you.
Didn't Arsenal just man? What? I can't respond.
No, it's just we're going to start talking about Arsenal, and I really can't bother because it's a topic that gets to me. Arsenal. I don't want to talk about Arsenal.
Okay then.
Jesus, did they rest?
I don't know why it irritates you guys so much, though.
Nah, Jem has a personal hatred, you know.
I just can't. It's not hatred. It's just their thought process of football in general is all just fucked. Like they just don't get it. Like they generally don't get it.
I think Arsenal's funny. I don't hate them or anything.
I don't hate them. I don't hate any of them. You know, it's just I just don't understand. I couldn't sit in a room and have a chat of football about them because it just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
I've tried
many times. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm getting so much hate in the comments, and I'm just laughing. And literally, it's not that Liverpool show. It's not that United show. It's not that Arsenal show. Go away! Go away! I'm not here for you, man. Go away! I don't care if we lose views. Get out! Jesus Christ, support your team, fam. Jesus.
Why don't we should be talking about how Edu Mendy might be the best goalkeeper in the Prem right now. But,
listen, if we start that agenda, we'll get them back in talking about Allison. I ain't on it. Joe Appiah says factually Tammy won Chelsea the most points last season, so I'm guessing that's why he starts over Giroud.
Cool, fair enough. Let's go.
Fair enough. Who did we play in this weekend?
Sheffield United at home.
I am stressed.
I'm scared, man.
4-3-3.
Okay. David's stressed. Someone's talking about 4-3-3. I'm confused. Okay, David, why are you stressed?
Because they beat us 3-0 last season.
Everything Sheffield are good at, we are bad at. Also, these men have not won a game in since the start. The thing is, you should be like, no, that means we should win. No, I know my Chelsea. I know Chelsea very well. Every time there's a team where it's like, this team hasn't scored a goal in 15 hours, or they haven't won a game in 20 years. Nah, they come to Stamford Bridge.
Never scored in a Prem, and all of a sudden he bangs 2 against us.
He banged 2 against us.
Listen, it's a different Chelsea, bruv. We got Thiago Silva and Mendy there, man. Just chill.
Hey, Jem. I thought that as well. I thought that last year. I thought, it's Sheffield. David McGoldrick. I see McGoldrick start. This guy hasn't scored all year. I saw Firmino start last year at Anfield. Hasn't scored at Anfield all year. Oh, it's good.
That's all right.
David, you can't have all this trust in all this in our defense and how we're playing, and then be shook of Sheffield.
No. It's literally Sheffield. It is only Sheffield.
The thing is, I'm not even scared about Sheffield. I'm scared about the narrative. Obviously, I know that the Chelsea team is different, but all that stuff like Sheffield United haven't won a game this season. They're bottom of the league. They need a win. All of this kind of stuff. I picked Sheffield to go down anyway at the beginning of the season, so I still expect us to be beating them in it. But of course, and I'm not saying, don't be surprised if we lose, but we should be winning. But they are dangerous, innit? They're dangerous, so we just should be careful.
They could be that team that we lose our winning streak to. So
potentially.
I'm saying last year they took 5 points from us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what you call revenge.
David, last year we had Kepa in goal. We don't have
Well, let's be positive, guys.
That is sense prime. That's what I want to do.
Where's this prime?
It's fullest.
Yes, Bree.
And you know what? No, my luck. Brewster will bang a hat trick and we'll have Liverpool fans in the comments. David,
don't say that.
You see what I mean? Like this all day, it's all set up for like Ollie McBurney to score an overhead kick or some nonsense like that. I'm telling you. Chris Basham will score from 40 yards or something.
David,
I'm going to change that and say 3-0 Chelsea.
You know what? I know what David's doing. He's doing what KJ does about Arsenal. The judge. Yeah. I get it. It's fine. Do it. Do it. I get it.
No, don't do it. I don't want no judge on us.
He's saying that we're going to lose. He's saying that we're going to lose, so we end up winning the game. I get it.
Psychology, innit?
I need them Kelechi rain dances for Sheffield. You know.
You know what, David? I'm onto you. I see that. I respect it. So what are we saying? Are we all going for a W?
Yeah.
I'm going 2-1.
Clean sheet as well.
Clean sheet. Okay, let me do score predictions. Bree, let me start with you. 3-0.
Yep.
David?
2-1.
Jem?
I'm going to be honest. I think they're going to score. I feel like we're going to actually concede a goal eventually. It's coming. So I'm going to say 3-1.
That's the negative stuff.
3-1. No, I'm going to say 3-1. I'm saying we're winning. But
3-0. Clean sheet.
3-1. I can feel a goal. It's coming.
No, stop manifesting it. Manifest the clean sheet.
Back.
3-0. Sorry, 3-0. 3-0.
Yes.
There we go. Prime.
2-0. Close game. Right. It'll be tight, but 2-0.
Monster.
I agree. 2-0.
Yes, brother.
Daniel.
2. Just because Havertz not playing.
I love the clean sheet vibes, yeah, but I'm telling you, these guys,
David Sharp.
Speak for your own.
Can we not just say one?
No, we're not manifesting.
I'm not gonna proclaim that into the air, man.
It's the girls, man. If the girls are saying it, we've got to listen, boys. Unfortunately.
Damn, motherfucking right. I like that, Jim. Listen, guys, it's been fun, but trying to shorten the shows to an hour, and our hour is up. Is there anything or any last words anyone has?
Yes. I want to say to everyone,
Monster don't. Monster don't.
It's time
Monster don't.
Wait. It's no. I'm not going to say nothing crazy, but it's time for everyone, including the Chelsea fans, the big Chelsea guys and all that, to start putting respect on N'Golo Kante's name as a DM. I'm tired of people disrespecting. I saw a lot of people disrespecting him. Stop disrespecting the guy. He deserves the respect. Respect. He's back. He didn't go anywhere for all those people that was talking crap. He didn't go anywhere. Now he's starting to prove himself again. He's still the same Kante. It wasn't him. It was a system that didn't get it right. And now look at him. He's balling out again, isn't it? What they say? What's everyone saying now? Do you know what I mean? What are they saying now? So
what's midfielder? That's his best position.
Yeah.
Normally,
also
ain't in Leicester. Sorry, go on, Daniel.
Also, Reece James is England's most complete fullback.
No,
do with that information what you want.
Hey, wait, Danny, he can't be. Ben Chilwell's the best fullback in the league right now.
We got both of them, bro.
We got both of them then. Cool. Reece James, Ben Chilwell. That fullback pairing.
Can I also just finish? Can I just finish on one thing I want to say as well?
Go on.
Free Kepa. When I say free Kepa, I mean free Kepa out of our stadium and somewhere else in another team.
He's
actually free.
Free Kepa by Demba Ba. That's what we need to do.
Keep Kepa.
Get out.
Keep him.
Do you know, it's funny because my last words would be, Ziyech is really coming for everyone's neck this season.
Did you guys see the goal that he almost scored?
If he did that volley, I would have been mad.
Do you know what? If he scored that, on my life, no one can ever chat to me. No one.
He needs to make that goal happen. He needs to keep practicing. He needs to make it happen.
He will.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Did you not see Man's goal against Valencia? That goal he scored from about
that
35 yards out. Mate.
This guy, he's going to be so important for Chelsea. I can't wait to see more of him.
He's making me eat my words.
Fact.
I have one last thing to say. Werner, please work on your dribbles. I'm tired of seeing the comments. I am begging you, please. I love you, but please, let's keep it tidy.
Just keep
and
scoring,
let's try
bro.
to be more like avoid offside as well. It's getting a bit too much.
That ain't his fault. That's because we've got Jorginho that wants to go sideways instead of making the ball go over the top. And then if he does it 5 minutes later. And
I've noticed Werner will make a run, Jorginho passes it left, and it's just like, oh, come on, man, come on. It's annoying. One last thing that everyone's gonna hate me for. At the moment, Pulisic is running on thin ice. Pulisic, please get back to 100% fitness or Sancho 2021. Okay, bye.